Um,
Hold on.
this is live on a custom live stream. Ustream. Lord Jesus. Hold up, I'm trying to look into this.
I think it's gonna work now. It's working. We'll just have to do our spiel again, and I think it's working now.
Okay, let me go back to where everybody is.
Go back to where everyone is and see.
I still don't see it.
Remember, it's a 30-second delay.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we just want to make sure we get this right for y'all. Sorry, we just want to make sure we get this right for y'all.
Yeah.
So it still didn't go to the schedule for some reason, so we're just going to have to move forward. I do not know why.
Okay, so what I can do, yeah, I'm just going to give them, where's the new link? It's
to the new link. You're just going to put the new link in the chat for everyone?
Yeah, I have to because I don't know why. So it didn't connect to the schedule. Co-founded this organization. Oh, because it's the personal room. It didn't connect to the link we sent them.
I know. I'm so sorry about this. Did you get the new link that you can just put in the chat?
But I'm doing it now.
Did you get the new link that you can? It's this one that I just texted.
Oh wait, no, I didn't get that yet.
And then we'll just do a restart.
Yeah, so that means, yep, and then tomorrow we'll do better.
Oh, Tori says she can see me. Thank you. Okay, this is a little frustrating. We tested everything for 3 days straight, and we still had technical difficulties. Who would have knew, or who would have thought? But anyway, we're going to keep this thing rolling, and we're going to get started. In a few moments, we're just going to put in the chat the new link for everyone to get on. Y'all can send this to your friends also. One second, everybody. Okay, everyone, bear with us with our technical difficulties. Bear with us.
So it didn't connect to the scheduled live we have?
Okay, I'm sure we're on live right now and it's still recording. And I do apologize for all the technical difficulties, but we want this to be right. So just bear with us and give us a few seconds. We'll get started momentarily. Tori, just let us know when you're ready. Okay, and we're back. After a little bit of technical difficulties, so sorry about all of this. We are ready to get started. We will just jump right in there for the sake of time. But if you're not, if you weren't here before or on the last live, I am Asia, one half of Woven Colors, and
I'm Tori Roach. Thank you so much, guys, for just being here and even taking the time out to transition over to this live. We apologize. And if you're joining tomorrow, this won't happen. We'll have our stuff together.
Okay, so we're going to jump right into the screening. Just bear with us if we have any other technical difficulties. We love you guys so much. And here is the first film, Pray for the Game.
I be going crazy because I got so many ideas.
It's so easy.
Seconds left. LA.
Chasing all the real niggas.
Yeah.
Showing in the game's on. We gonna swing as
Julie on the keys.
If I was any food in the world, I would want to be shark meat, because I'm hard to catch.
Crying tears of joy, crying tears overwhelmed from all these blessings. I'm sitting poolside, too fried, over 2 wines, 2 vibes. Gemini's must be 2 sides. R.I.P. the show.
How you keep all your hair? Me? Yes. When I see your hair, I ain't gonna lie, when I see your hair, I be wanting you to go through some.
Damn, I was wrong. Yeah, I ended up being right. Yeah, when he turned.
We got sandwiches too. I know you wondering why I'm out here looking all sexy and dumb, but we was in the middle of an all-out chicken war. People was perpetrating over poultry.
Like I said, we create all ways. That was a guerrilla marketing strategy right there that, you know what I mean, without even really realizing the magnitude of what it is, you know what I mean?
Oh, sorry, but we better than Popeyes. We sexy than Popeyes. We cook better than Popeyes. Ain't no sign. We ain't got sign. We ain't got no sign. But we better than Popeyes. 902 North of Brand come from LA. This nigga's not about to go in here. This nigga with his sign. No sign, but we better than Popeyes.
All my life, I've never had mango slaw until right now.
See, we knew we had the best sandwich around. We just had to create a marketing campaign to bring awareness to it. So we called all our creative friends and told them to pull up to Comfort LA Inglewood.
What we doing tomorrow?
Going live.
Man, all creators pull up, man. 902 North La Brea, Inglewood up there, no good.
Few of the homies came through after we shot the commercial, but they still bought sandwiches.
And now, like you said, just being authentic. I'm just overwhelmed with joy of the response from the people, you know what I mean, from it, which is more fuel to the fire, man. Like, we have the strength to do all this shit. Excuse me, French, cuss a lot.
We get it, girl. I know you want the big sexy, man. Oh, come on, baby. You can scream. You can scream. You ain't got to hump. You can scream, though. Go ahead and scream, girl. Go ahead and scream for me, girl.
Yeah! Are you having a good time right now?
Bitch, I'm geek.
I'm trying to get the plume product.
The plume thing wasn't even planned. Heavy War had in the video. You know that wasn't planned. We tagged them in it. We connected. They sent us some products. We smoked the shit out that shit. Send us some more shit. Stop playing.
Hey, shout out to Plume, man. It's mad love, man. We appreciate it. Oh, that's the big sexy, though.
Woo! Action.
Boom, baby, boom.
My name is Psycho Rambo, and I'm here to fuck your auntie and buy her cigarettes.
Baldy!
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Man, this was my first time performing in the arena. I was so nervous, man. Even at sound check, I could feel my stomach just sitting in my ass.
For me from day one, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man.
I'm about to cry,
Man,
man.
don't cry, man. It's all for you, man.
I ain't gonna lie, you can't take me nowhere nice. I knew as soon as I walked in that arena and seen that Jumbotron, I was definitely getting the clip for IG. Yep, shout out Diggs. I was Instagram thought that day.
I'm up there and shit. It's a pipe, but this bitch feel like a gallon right now. You never did a cleanse? Shout out Miss Ella Joy, the greatest person in the fucking world, universe, all that shit. My musical motivation, you know what I'm saying? We did that shit. First arena. I lost my brother easily. Two fucking turn. James came on that bitch turn. Fighting. We out here, man.
What's good? It's easy. Good morning. I hope you have a great morning. Matter of fact, today I'm coming to y'all with something a little bit different, man. Today will be the first day that I attend therapy.
What's the matter, big guy?
Oh man, I'm dizzy.
Well, take it easy. I'll go get help.
When I decided to go to therapy, I just wanted to be better. It wasn't any like dramatic or traumatic experiences, but I just remember having a lot of stuff on my mind, being stressed the fuck out over stupid shit, and I just knew it was time for a change.
Yes, if I had to describe anxiety in one word, it'd be fucked up.
I hope the number of people trying therapy continues to increase, because to me, the shit ain't that bad. It's kind of relaxing. Think about it. We always complain like, I wish I had somebody to listen to me. Well, that's part of your therapist's job. Shit, kudos to them. I couldn't do it.
I got a project I'm working on right now. My shit is on pause until you get your shit done. And take care of yourself. I wouldn't be a real friend if I'm trying to push whatever I want on you right now. I want you to take care of whatever you gotta take care of. And then boom, when that project is done, then you could be like, okay, what do you got now?
Even though you're not mature, even though you're not as educated as I am, even though you can't help me with the bills, that gives you like a childlike outlook on life.
Hold up, I said these bitches nothing but some pussy action money shit. They ain't got nothing.
Music is my therapy. As cliche as it sounds, because every fucking artist says it, your music is my therapy. I need it to breathe. All right, I'm playing. But music helps me get lost. It helps me free my mind. Damn, everybody say that too.
Do it's roll like a white for a couple grand. These be trying to tell us about them high-end brands. How they don't fuck with blacks and we can't buy in. They gave us the crumb and we called that friend. Don't if it's up when you get left on friend. Rip my new whip, I made a left on friend. Still call them gas. You don't know that, man. Bill Cosby did it. You don't know that, man. All Cosby did it. They did that shit. Wish I could make a song with a Leah and Tim. Kim Krills is real. Rest in peace to Prince. Los Angeles is screaming. Rest in peace to Nip.
Oh, holla at me later, but don't do me no pain. Wanna ride with me, don't do me no pain. Yeah, drink and get high with me, don't do me no pain. Yeah, it's an old vibe with me, don't do me no pain. Yeah, pick up this supply.
Listen, man, I'm having an album listening party. I cannot talk. Listen, man, I'm having an album preview party. I would really like you to come, man. My album is called Therapy, man. It's one of the most therapeutic things that I've ever done.
My ugly little brother calling in later.
Take that ass up as a Negro spiritual. You feel me?
If it's a trick, we just having a therapeutic moment. You know what I'm saying? My boy ain't so easy. Hey, Jimmy Hustle, nigga.
That look like a hard ass track right there, though.
Easily working his ass off on this project.
I wanna be addicted to rollerskating, not crack.
She ain't even mad, it's just one of them days. She just wants some smoke, hit a little bit of drink. She just wanna fuck the same nigga every day. Take a couple trips and get her bills paid.
Me and Ulysses spent over a year recording my therapy album. I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't always the prettiest process, man, but it was great. I got to let off so many emotions through words, rhythms, instrumentations, and vibes, man. And it was what I needed at the time.
You want to give me that tempo? I just asked. No, I'm just asking. No, I don't know yet. I'm a new bit to see how the drums sound. Yeah, that shit probably get sped up. Right? Either way, no, I wasn't saying that to say like, yo, change it. Yeah. I'm just was like, no. That sample's so hard. I'm like, shit, nigga, how we going? This bitch hard.
Look, I laugh and joke a lot. When we get in that studio, let's get this work done. Let's focus. Let's make a classic. You feel me?
It's called Therapy Hour, and it's hosted at Comfort LA in Inglewood. It was incredible. Like,
when was the last time we were happy? How do we create happiness?
So we doing therapy hour, therapy the album. I had to bring awareness to mental health in my own way. Nigga, I'm 6'6" and black. I want people that look like me to pay more attention to their mental health. Simple as that. My vision is to bring awareness through music, art, fashion, food, beverage, and comedy.
All right, action. Sangria 5 is the best thing ever.
My goals for this year are simple. Keep building my brand, keep making dope shit, and keep figuring out how to have fun and what makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to have fun. Fun, nigga. Like, we ain't even thinking about this shit. We just fun out of our fucking mind.
Sangria 5, man, the best shit ever on this world. Hold on, how you say this shit?
You can't be cussing.
Sangria 5, the best thing ever.
Let me say action first, bro.
Okay.
Can I say action first? Action.
Sangria 5, man, the best thing ever, man. Get yours. I got mine. This little bit of shit.
That's why I work with niggas. This is exactly why I work with niggas.
How many takes, man?
I need you to not cuss and stop drinking. I don't have that much. Action.
Hey, man, Sangria 5, man, the best thing ever. I'm trying to tell you, get your fix.
Stop drinking this shit. You gon' help me. I've been going through a journey, girl. It's all about the dream. It's every sign my Virgo sign. Make it all about me.
No, I'm saying you be talking about a lot of shit. You put visuals to the shit you be talking about. Just take us to your happy place. You be in that garden all the time, dude. You stay in that garden. Like, take us there like you walking through. I don't know what else you do in the garden, but I know you be in the garden.
I beat my dick.
Call trying to see me. You can't see me like this. I started dropping tears just from writing this shit. So they don't know, dog. I sacrificed my life for this shit. Cause cash might have sacrificed the wife for this shit. Now it's therapy and yoga. I'm getting right in this bitch. I be.
Look who finally decides to come back. 1 hour turned into a day and a half. Welcome back, Eric.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Good.
Daddy!
That's what baby girl.
I'm okay. Mommy left yesterday but hasn't come back.
What's that?
I have no clue. She said she would be right back. Found her in Cherry Hill last time. I'm just so happy that you're back. I will catch you up tomorrow. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Okay.
I missed you, Daddy. What did you bring me?
What did I bring you? Here I am thinking that you're happy to see me, and all you wanted was gifts. Girl, you hungry?
No, Miss Megan brought me pizza today, but yesterday I had grapes for dinner.
Ah, baby, I'm sorry. You never had to eat grapes for dinner again. I promise. Let's get you in the shower and ready for bed. Okay?
Can I shower tomorrow morning?
I don't think so.
Okay, but can I sleep in your room?
What? What's wrong?
Well, I've been having nightmares about Mommy's new friend.
New friend.
Mommy's new friend. He's tall and has long locks.
Don't worry about that, okay? I won't let anything happen to you. I'll be right next to you.
Hey, good morning, sleepyhead.
Good morning.
Daddy made your favorite breakfast.
Is this for me?
Yes.
Favorite. Thank you.
Oh, not so fast. You can have some later. Are you forgetting something, young lady?
Oh. God is good, God is grace. Let us thank you for our food, for our hearts and musty fare. Thank you, our cheese for our daily bread. Amen.
Amen.
Daddy, did you kill a man in the war?
Who told you that?
Well, Mommy said that you were in a war, and I saw on TV that people were dying.
No, baby, I didn't kill a man.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, people got hurt, but look, I'm just happy to be here with my princess, okay? Princess, when's the last time you had your hair washed?
This is good, Daddy.
Thank you. Well, let's try washing your hair for breakfast, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Can we go look for Mommy later?
Look for Mommy. What are you talking about?
Well, sometimes Maggie and I go look for Mommy, and when we find her, she's smelly. So we get her cleaned up, she eats and sleeps while Miss Megan plays with her.
Okay, I'll go look for Mommy later, and we'll ask Miss Megan if she can watch you for me. Okay?
Okay. Why doesn't Mommy love me? She said she'd be right back, but now it's been 2 days.
Baby, listen to me. Your mother loves you. I mean, sometimes people make decisions and they may not understand how it hurts those closer to them. Now, I don't ever want to hear you say that again. Okay?
Okay.
Finish your food.
Daddy, what is sex?
Something you too little to know about. We'll talk about it when you turn 30.
30? Oh man, that's too long.
How do you know about that anyway?
I heard it on TV.
Looks like you heard and saw a lot while I was gone.
Hey, everything okay?
Hey, yeah, do you mind watching Leah for me while I go look for Dana?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Eric. I'm actually headed out of town to visit my mom. She's been sick, so I'm going to go stay with her for a couple days. Look at you, sweetie. You look so pretty.
Thank you.
I'll be back in a couple days. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay, thank you. Looks like it's just you and me. Come on, let's go.
Mommy! Mommy!
Dana? Dana!
Nah, ain't no Dana.
I'm sorry, I thought you were someone else. Do we have a problem? No, man, we have no problem. I'm just looking for my wife. All right. We'll find her, okay?
Okay.
Come on, cheer up, baby girl. We'll try one more place and then we're headed home.
Maybe she'll be there when we get back.
Maybe.
Daddy, I'm thirsty.
Okay, we can stop up here. Dana! Stay right here, Leo, okay? Dana! What are you doing? Let's go home.
No, I can't. Come home.
What do you mean you can't? I got your daughter in the car. We've been looking for you all day. I mean, I've been gone this whole time and I come back to this?
Can't go home right now, Eric. No. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Dana! Just come home. We can figure this out.
I can't figure out shit right now. Give it to me.
No, I'm not giving this to you. No, I'm not. So what do you do?
Give it to me.
That's over your daughter?
Give me my shit back. Don't you? You put a hole in it. Baby girl. We'll be home later. Okay?
Mommy, please come home.
I need to tell you something. I'm not a lesbian.
That's cool. But why do I need to know that?
Well, you said this is where girls came who need a girlfriend.
And you think that's how stereotypical lesbians dress?
Does it help that I called you on a dare to myself?
You should put that ring away.
Should I have worn a face mask?
It's open gym. You'll be okay.
Come at me, bro.
This cannot be regulated by any recreational gym.
No one's been really hurt. Okay, yesterday. But he had it coming. You don't come for team grabbing by the pussy balls. Be smart. Protect yourself. You want to have babies one day?
Yeah.
In the end, just have fun.
I want to die.
You count down, you won't die. 1, 2, 3.
Yes! You go, girl! I did it! Girl power!
You gonna use that one?
Good game, Joe. No. I'm Sam. Oh.
The Jennies can be bitches, but
I'm Bobby McQueen. You're your best friend. You can call me Queen. Sorry for the sweat, doll, but as soon as I can get in for a workout, gotta keep the body tight. Good game out there, girl.
Thanks. Nice catch. By the way, I'm Haley. Your makeup is gorgeous.
it's waterproof makeup. I swear to God, it is a godsend. After a terrible breakup, I finally found a reason to wear makeup again.
You went through a breakup too?
Yeah. I'm never going back to that girl ever again. So are you gonna stay for the game? We need another girl.
Oh, I don't know. I showed my ass out there. I tried, and that's good enough.
Well, what if you could be great?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be adding anything worse to our team dynamic. I mean, they kind of suck. Like, really bad.
This side ready? This side ready? Dodgeball!
Oh.
10 seconds.
Nice catch. Jimmy? Okay, the cock it. What the? Throw it. Girl! And glitter body. Sam, jump! Sam, breathe.
Go get us some water.
The girl can't take a hit.
Girl, bye. Go somewhere else with that.
Hey, Sam, you'll be all right. You're gonna be okay.
Here.
Thank you. Hey, breathe with me.
Sam, breathe.
Feel better?
I guess. Hey, tryouts are tomorrow. You coming?
I'd rather keep my ovaries.
It wasn't that bad.
I almost died from a ball to the throat. I don't need a ball problem keeping me up at night.
A lot of fun to play with balls every once in a while. You held your own out there.
Did I? Because I looked a mess, and then I kept getting hit, and then I almost died.
Stop. Mm-mm. Stop telling us what went wrong. Why don't you tell us what went right?
The girls kept cheering me on, and that was pretty dope.
Yeah, see? Hey, Joe told me that you were gonna get married to this guy. He wouldn't let you even do this kind of stuff.
You dropped us. Honey, you better see how much that's worth before you go doing a stupid thing like that.
You're right. You're right. I will say, for once, I had people depending on me, helping me.
Then come back.
Yeah, come back. What's the worst that could happen?
You get another ball to the throat. She knows. And I bet that fiance of yours would be pretty mad if he found out you were doing something like this.
That's why I needed to do this. When you're with someone that doesn't support you being you, then it's time to go.
Mm-hmm. And it helps to think of them when you're throwing a ball at someone.
And hit them in the nuts.
Hey, look who's learning.
Don't aim for nuts. We like those.
True.
All right.
Hey everyone, can we get a hand clap for the first 3 films? Okay, so at this time we're going to do a panel with the first 3 films that were shown. So we have our host here, Tori. We have Ashley S. Johnson and her other 2 producers. We have Malcolm So Easy from Pray From the Game. And then we also have Christy Thomas from House of Balls. And this is our panel. And Tori will do a great job at reintroducing everyone. So I'll give it over to Tori. Tori, you can start your panel.
Okay. No, excited to have everybody. First of all, excited to partner with Woven Colors, excited to just be expressing all these creatives and to see the great things that you guys have been able to come up with. I feel like what's good about each of the films that they're shorts, they're captivating. The concept is a little bit different. So if I could hear from everyone a little bit as far as talk us through concept, what gave you the idea for the projects?
Okay, so I'll go ahead and get started.
Talk us through concept, what gave you the idea?
I'm sorry, there's a bit of a feedback. Okay. I'll go ahead and get started. Where is Mother? I'm Ashley. I directed and wrote the film, and I got the idea because I was actually raised by a single father. So whenever I shared that with people, they were always intrigued by that story. So I decided to put it in the film. So whenever I shared that with people, they were always intrigued by that story. So I decided to put it in the
I guess, should I go next? I'm Christina. I did House of Balls. I directed and wrote it. And it was my inspiration for doing House of Balls. I've been playing dodgeball for the last 10 years on an all girls team, and also in WeHo here in LA. And when I was playing, and over the last 10 years, I've had a lot of my friends, especially my male friends, tell me that girls can't play sports. And so what I ended up doing was I was like, I got to prove them wrong. And I got to make a film about it, which is based off of a half-hour pilot that I wrote. And I really wanted to show like girls can do anything. Like we say that all the time, but I think for sports especially, it's great to see us just kind of doing our thing and doing our thing.
Perfect. Thank you. And Kurt, Easy.
I'm not Curtis. No, I'm saying, how y'all doing? I did Pray for the Gang. My inspiration came from, honestly, I was trying to make an Instagram recap video, you know how we do at the end of the year. And then I just had way too much shit. So I just added it all together and it started looking dope and doper and doper. And it made me laugh, so I put it out. That's my inspiration.
I feel that. And I can tell you all put a lot of work into each one of your projects. I know we get to the nitty gritty here at Woven Colors. Can we talk about financing, especially when you have a project that's often passionate, coming up with funds to one, get it shot, to two, get it from concept, finding actors, key players and stuff like that. Can you all, if comfortable sharing, talk about funding, where you found resources, characters, actors, etc.? And any advice for aspiring creatives as well.
Okay, sure. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I'm sitting here with my two producers, Rasan Nichols and Amber Roundtree. And we actually did crowdfunding. We used GoFundMe. We were able to raise about $5,000 at the end. You all want to talk a little bit about the funding process? We raised money for about 3 months before we were able to film.
Yeah, just favors from friends and family, and getting people that we knew who could actually, work, at like a low rate, not really free, but at like below their actual professional rate. So relationships came in the industry friends.
I think for House of Balls, how we got funding is family and friends. A lot of the time it was on the GoFundMe of just, we were trying to find out every place that we could do for free, because if you ever shoot in a gym, just know you have to have 3 different kinds of permits, and usually the first cost is $5,000. And we got it for much less than that because of a friend, you know how it goes. And I ended up taking a second job, which I ended up getting fired after a month because I was trying to do post-production on House of Balls with my friend Aisha, who edited the project. But I was, at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, I got fired, but at least I made half of my post-production budget. So I'm still happy about it. But a lot of it was just coming together with my producers, especially one of my producers, Rhonda. Her mom made all the food. She had even vegan options, since I was like the only person who was vegan on set. And then my other producer, she brought her sister all the way from like Orange County and PAs for free. I think at the end of the day, we were just like, we got to just make sure the food is good. And I'm glad it was hella good. Shout out to Rhonda's mom.
It does help when the food is good. Gotta love Sassy. And I loved how you talked about the crowdfunding and getting everything started that way. Relying on family and friends is important. Not even relying, but the community at large. Easy, what about you?
My budget was pretty free. You know, it's a documentary, so it was basically me just. I shot the whole thing on my phone, edited the whole thing on my phone. I actually do have a film company that I'm a part of that, you know, where we write and, you know, do budgets and stuff like that. But for me, the people I usually work with, I'm located in Los Angeles, there in Atlanta, and another one was in Vegas. I didn't have my team, and I wanted to shoot something, you know, so I just shot it. I mean, I guess some of the documentary is in other places and stuff like that, so I had to pay for plane tickets, but I ain't had no budget for real. I just picked up the phone and started shooting shit.
No, I like that. I mean, because when you think about the idea of a documentary, people think that you have to kind of stay within this traditional lens and like interview specific people and shoot it that way. But I love the ingenuity. I don't think that's the right word. The
ingenuity.
There we go. See,
that's a college word. You feel me?
Like a regular format. Was that kind of your thought in the beginning? Was you just like, oh, I'm gonna pick up my phone, shoot it this way?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. My big brother always tells me, he's like, yo, just record everything or whatever and start recording yourself. So, you know, I started recording myself just doing random things. You know, that's like the most honest shit ever because you're like, damn, I look like this. Oh my gosh, you got a little chin fat right there. You know, but yeah, I don't know. I started editing and it was just dope. And in my mind, films are gonna look the same, you know, probably next year or maybe next month. So I said, let me do something different, honestly.
I thought it was good. I thought it was very innovative, the way that you.
Thank you.
If you're sitting there with your producers, if you all could kind of pitch in and talk about the collaborative process during pitching, when deciding to move forward with the film.
So both of the producers were involved from the very beginning, from just the concept of me writing the script. I shared it with them very early stages, so they helped with even editing that. It was the all hands on deck kind of thing. Amber, she had to help with the wardrobe, and her son had to do some coordinating, and we just all played different roles, wore different hats to make it all come together.
Yeah, from script to casting, along the way we worked as a team all the way through the production to post-production.
And I guess it should be noted, we had a gap between when we actually shot the film and when we could actually finish it. So I think that could give inspiration to other filmmakers on not to give up on the project. So
yeah, there was a delay because we actually didn't get all the money that we were supposed to get. Well, we didn't raise all the money that we expected to raise. So I ended up having to come out of pocket a lot just to finish the film, which I was very happy to do because I am happy with how it turned out. But sometimes you hit those bumps in the road and you have to, you know, find other ways to make it work so that you can get your film finished and make sure the actors and everyone who participated in the production are honored because they put their hard work into it, and you want to make sure you don't leave something incomplete. So yeah, I'm really happy that we were able to finish it and everyone was pleased with it.
I think it took us about a year actually between when we actually finished production and when we actually had a finished product, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. I would love to talk goals and aspirations. You guys have the project. It's officially out. People can see it, view it. What do you have next as far as where you guys want to shop it? And then what are some of your goals and aspirations as far as entertainment industry? I'd love to hear from everyone. Christina, if you could start us off first.
Yes. So House of Balls is, again, it's from a half-hour pilot that I want to turn into a show about girls playing dodgeball and kicking ass. And right now, I've been talking to different production companies. I've already written a Bible for it, and I've shown it to a couple of production company execs to just kind of pitch myself again as a director and writer, and again, pitching the show so I can be a showrunner and get myself paid and to get my house in Baldwin Hills. But just my aspirations is just to get this on, just because I haven't seen somebody like me on the screen that does play sports. Like every time I compare it to something, it's like, what is it? A League of Their Own, all white girls, Glow of the 80s and their stereotypical people. I wanted something that was just like average every day. This is what we are. This is what we do. We come from everywhere and we're not judged. We come at different stages of our life. Because I'm in my 30s and I'm playing dodgeball and people are like, damn, you got an arm. And I'm like, hell yeah, I do. But right now it's placed in some competitions. Currently, it's a semi-finalist, top 30 for the BET Project Create TV. So we're hoping it goes further, all that good stuff. But I think the only aspirational thing I really want right now is to play dodgeball, but we are living in our Lord and Savior COVID time.
Okay. Ashley?
Okay, so my goal with this film, I wasn't planning on writing a feature film for it, but after so many people have seen it, they've asked like, what's next for this film? So I am considering that, writing a feature film. But other than that, I'm constantly writing. I'm writing a feature film right now, actually a rom-com, and I have a few shorts that I want to shoot. So yeah, just continuing to tell stories that we don't really get to see, and yeah, continuing to write.
And where can people, sorry, I want to double back a little bit. Where can people find you off? You want to share your social media, how they can keep up with your creatives, creation?
Sure, my Instagram is Ashley S. Johnson _.
And I'm at Rasan Nichols, RHASAANNICHOLS on Instagram.
And I'm at A.Funny, A.DOT Funny.
And Christina?
I am at It's Christina Thomas on Instagram. And our film is at House of Balls Film.
Easy.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. You follow me at I Am So Easy. The film is on YouTube, so every social media site. Yeah, all that good stuff. I painted this for y'all too. I don't know if you can see it, but it says
I was peeping that, yo.
colors. I don't know. The light is killing me right now. But yeah, I just want everybody to just keep shooting shit, honestly. That's the main thing of my whole film thing here. And we're doing pizza. I'm working right now. I'm sorry. We're doing sangria over here. It's one of the stars of the film is right here.
Yeah,
serving up
we got
pizza.
the pizza over here. There
we go. So yeah, I Am So Easy. Y'all can follow me.
Yes, thank you, everybody. A lot of time. We're trying to keep it copacetic. So I want to thank everybody. One for sharing. It's not. It's definitely not an easy thing to do. We appreciate the hard work and the blood, sweat, and tears for projects. I personally enjoyed watching all of them, getting a sneak peek before and now as well. At this time, I want to pass it over to Woven Colors, the ladies behind this production.
Thank you so much, Tori, for doing an amazing job. And I want to thank all of you wonderful filmmakers. Thank you for being here. Thank you for blessing us with your work. And I say you're gonna have your house in Baldwin Hills, honey. Let's stay connected. Right. And I didn't even talk to Victoria about this, but also I think Curtis So Easy. He's selling them for $25. So my Instagram is my name.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Yes, he's selling it for $25. My Instagram is my name. I just put it in the YouTube chat. AJIAMUNNS. So that's AJIAMUNNS. The first person to DM me, I will buy you one and ship it to you if you're not in LA, or come bring it to you. COVID safe. All right. And then my lovely panel of producers over there, Ashley S. Johnson. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys so much.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Love your project.
Y'all's films was all dope too. Just to let
It
you know.
was so awesome. Thank you for sharing it with us and with everybody out there. We were getting a lot of love off of you too. So thank you all the people watching in for showing love to these awesome films.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hey everyone. We're going to backtrack a little because of the technical difficulties we had at the beginning. We want to lay a foundation, just do our intro, and then we'll proceed on with the regular program.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to just reintroduce ourselves. I am Asia, one half of Woven Colors. We created Woven Colors in 2018. And that's because we wanted to create an organization to give artists a platform to share their work, to network with others, so we can network out with our peers and come up together. It's great to have mentors, and we believe in having mentors, but also the person next to you is probably the one that's going to give you your next job, give you your next financing. You're going to give them your next script to get made. Y'all are going to work together on the next project. So please, please, please give out social medias in the chats and everything and stay connected, because that's what this is about. And in fact, there is a quote in which we stand on, because if you don't stand for anything, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And we stand on this quote.
Yeah. And I'm Tori Roach. Sorry, I just wanted to throw that out the other half. Yeah. And this quote is, as Adria was saying, was actually how we came up with the name. Yeah. Okay.
It is actually how we came up with the name. Sorry, I skipped over that. This is the amazing, beautiful Tori Roach. I couldn't do this without her. And Tori, I'm so happy you're doing this with me.
Yes, I am too. Thank God.
Yes. Yes. Here's the quote. In a real sense, all life is interrelated.
All men are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, woven in a single garment of destiny. By Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yay! Okay, so we believe, and that's why it's Woven Colors, because we're gonna just wove all of us together. Okay, anyway, now I'm gonna give it over to Tori to do. You want to do intermission now?
Yes. Hey guys, although we are live right now due to COVID, we still want to be interacting with you guys. So during this mini intermissions, we're gonna have just special things you can do and connect with each other there in the chat room. So let me just share this for our first one. All right, so we want to get to know who is out there right now. So if you can just put your social media handle on there, and also what state you're viewing the screening from. So for example, Woven Colors, straight out of California, LA, woo woo. Asia, straight out of LA, and right now I am in the DMV. So where you at? Where you at? Talk to me, people. Mine is trying to load. I know there's a few second delay. Oh, I see Houston, Saginaw, Michigan, Louisiana. Hey, Sierra. Hey, Candace. Hey, Erna from Michigan. John Rose, still visionary from Houston. What's up? Hey, Trixie, Mississippi. Sparkling Diamond from Louisiana. Thank you, still visionary. Said he loves what we're doing here. Saginaw is in the building. Benjamin. Detroit, Brianna. Brianna, Rain from LA. We got New York City, Katja. Oh, Silver Spring. I'm in the DMV. Monda. This is so awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Continue to just share information and be engaging in these messages. Link up, meet some new people. With these intermissions are going to be little stuff that you can do to just kind of connect with everyone that's here in the chat. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Asia.
Okay, guys. For the next part of the intermission, we want to know what are you currently watching. So there's a 30-second delay. So I want the filmmakers also to do this. I'm watching both chats in our Zoom. We're on Zoom right now, obviously, and broadcasting on YouTube. So I want to know, what are you currently watching? I'll start it off by saying I'm watching Moesha on Netflix because it just came on Netflix, and also The Politician. It's about this young high school kid who's trying to be president, and he has his whole life figured out, but it goes wrong and right and wrong and right. So I love that too. So Moesha and The Politician. Tori, what about you?
So of course I'm watching Moesha. Yeah, definitely had to watch Moesha. That's the brain inspiration. So then I'm also watching Bigger on BET. Actually keep watching this series. It's about a group of friends in their 30s just making it through life, really. And I think the title's really really good because it's like they're trying to move on to bigger and better things. So yeah.
Yes. Okay. Someone in the ATL is watching Power on Netflix. Power is not on Netflix. Somebody is that is not on Netflix. Someone's watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Is that back on? Okay. Game of Thrones on HBO. P-Valley. I haven't watched that. Oh my God, I haven't watched it. Detroit on Hulu. Good show. Hi, Kareem. Hi, y'all. I'm so glad y'all are here. So what are y'all watching during quarantine? That's some good stuff. I've heard some good things about P-Valley. Are y'all watching it? Oh, Queen Sugar. Okay, Power 2 on Hulu. Don't judge me, sorry. The last episode of Office. I love that show. The British version or American version? I want to know. Kingdom on Netflix. All 3 seasons is amazing. It stars Nick Jonas. Okay. All right, from LA. Oh, The Umbrella Academy. That one is good.
That is.
Yeah, that one is good. Destiny. Hollywood on Netflix. That's good too. I love that one. I love that one. I felt like that was me a little bit. Not Game of Thrones. Y'all fighting in the comments. The American version of Office. I like that. I like it. Okay, we can get started. We just wanted to interact a little bit with you guys and find out what you're watching during quarantine. I keep chatting because I haven't seen a show that I have not watched yet or haven't heard of yet, and I want to. I want a new show. So someone please come up with me a new show. I'll watch the chat. Okay, so we can move it along. I'll pass it over to Tori.
Well, Asia, I'm about to pass it back to you because I want to celebrate. How many years have you been to LA? Today marks how many years?
Oh, Lord. Okay. We can do this.
Yes.
So I moved to LA 8 years ago on this day, on 8/14/2012. And it's so surreal to me because this LA journey has not been easy. So it's so surreal to me that I have my own organization and we're broadcasting, even through technical difficulties, this amazing event and bringing you films and providing a platform for creators just like me and just like Tori and just like you. So it's surreal and it's amazing and I'm not gonna cry, but I just wanna encourage you guys out there. Whatever your passion is, whatever you wanna do it. One step at a time. I personally thought I would be famous by now, but that's okay because I've had some incredible baby steps. I've been a part of so many projects, so many failed projects, so many projects I thought was going to take me forever. Me and Malcolm, so easy, we're on a project together even. And you see, we're still staying connected all these years later. So know your tribe. Stay connected to the people that you are creating with now. And even if you don't know your passion or don't know what you want to do in life, that's okay. Find out. Just find out. Just start doing things that you love. Pick one thing every day that you love to do and do it. Even if it's eating creme brulee. I don't know. just do it. And so I just want to encourage you guys out there to stick with it. This is a journey. It's not, you just don't get to LA and just poof, you know, all your dreams happen. It's a journey and it's hard, but it's worth it. And you guys can do it. And I got your back. Reach out to me. We can collaborate. We can share resources, whatever. So whatever it is that you want to do, if it's entertainment industry, that's probably 90% of us. And if it's not, you can do it and stay the course. No matter how hard it gets, you can do it.
Yes, I'm so proud of you, Asia. You had to take that moment just to express it.
Thank you.
If there's anybody else out there, yeah. And so I saw just a really quick step back. I saw Proud Family listed as a movie, and I want to say yes, and that's it. But we can continue on from the intermission.
Proud Family for Tori.
Oh man, yeah. But so this concludes our intermission, and we're going to go straight into watching these next two films, and then another great panel.
Yes.
Yeah, want some? Okay.
We win again.
Box cover.
Next time we're playing on teams, and this time I want Amber on my team.
Hello, little miss. What, your belly full already?
Yes, Abra.
So how you look like you want something more? Oh, okay. I see. Your hunger lies elsewhere.
It's the strangest thing. It's like I never had this thought before. And now I can't get it out of my head. Abra, how did the community get here?
You see, that's one of the greatest questions ever asked. Woman questioning her identity, her surrounding, her very existence. I guess that's what you're becoming now, eh? A woman. Have you ever wondered why we call our home Ocean Oasis? The goddess Ocean lies at the heart of our origin here. You must know about our ancestors from West Africa, right? Well, the Yoruba tribe from West Africa have many Orishas, and one of them named Ocean. She had the goddess of the sweet water, wisdom of the river, and wisdom of the land. You would have think water have no enemies, not true? But one time, long ago, when her and the rest of God supposed to have a meeting, they failed to invite her. One of the male Orishas claims that they never really needed her and that her presence would not be missed. Ocean took this as a bold insult. Like the other gods never really valued her. She said, I so no feel. They never realized that they greatly misunderstood her power and gifts to their people. That without her connection to women and them pitney, the whole world would have been in a disarray. Chaos began to creep in and the earth began to decay. Before the gods found enough offerings to gain her forgiveness, Ocean was busy venting, unleashing all her vital energies in one site on earth. None other than this oasis we call home. When she returned to her godly duties, she made sure to keep this place, this piece of land safe and hidden. Life on earth resumed its wavering status quo, with the gods working in harmony once again. But nowhere else on this planet would ever again receive the gift of her maximum power. You see now, Ocean is known for healing the sick and watching over the poor. Not so long ago, near this very land, that's where we all used to live. But around the 2015th year of our world, something did go on all around this place called Kingston. The Northern American did already start a thing using mobile devices. One app that would taxi people all around the streets with a touch of a button. A version of it was introduced to our island, but I can't be certain it was vetted. All I know is that one night, I was walking home after my schooling. It was a little later than usual. A vehicle drove up to me and its driver asked me if I needed a ride. I told him I never had any other mobile device that supported the driver app. Next thing I can remember is a car stopping abruptly and him taking me from the trunk of the vehicle. For the whole night, I was left alone without food or water. My hunger and fear became unbearable. I started to bawl till I couldn't bawl no more. And eventually, it began to rain like crazy. I remember it being all I could hear. I know that in that moment, as the rain grew louder in my ears, suddenly everything was wet. I was surrounded by water. Everything steady like a calm flowing river on a cloudy day. All the dominoes of my life started falling in place. At some point, this water force dropped me into land, into the lushest, greenest point I have ever seen. I couldn't believe the fullness of the air and the trees around me. But I was overpowered by the warm calm that I was communicated with. Ocean's oasis was so big, but it wasn't always what we know it as now. I was alone for some time. I spent most of my days meditating by the quiet bush, trying to reach out to the force I knew was behind this place. The force whom I knew was just like the earth. She has all the answers for you. You just have to take time and listen. The stronger my connection to her, the more fertile the land became, and the more I found it, I could navigate it. So the more food I could gather. Ria Diosa made sure I was never thirsty.
But Abra, didn't you ever get lonely? You one in this unknown place?
No human is free from craving company. So yes, Sela, I was lonely. But if there's anything that this new life has taught me, is a proficiency of self-love. And that's something that I try to share with all of you women. Our peaceful, self-sustaining system only strengthened as each woman appeared in the oasis. We all called to Ocean on the night of our abduction, whether we want to believe it or not. We all called through the heavy rain, and through that, Ocean come to set us free. Our connection to her allows us to live in unity. But of course, we are all different, as you know. Some love make clothes. Some love paint. Some love the makeup and jewelry making. And most of we love to dance. Our days are spent creating, listening, and deepening our connection with Ocean so that the oasis can continue to thrive as we thrive.
Welcome to the documentary. We're gonna talk about a couple key topics and then take a journey. The journey is gonna lead us to interviewing a lot of people who are really in the streets right now going through this, the everyday life of a Black man, a Black woman. The key topics are Black Lives Matter, police brutality. We're gonna talk about the natural hair on a woman. We're gonna talk about uplifting a Black man, uplifting a Black woman. The main thing that we're gonna talk about in this journey is liberation, how to get liberated. Liberation means basically us not depending on others for our way of life. And my main thing is that is capitalism. Capitalism will get us liberated because we will be dependent on ourselves. And that comes from any kind of liberation comes from supporting Black business. When we support our own, the doors are wide open. There's nothing we cannot do. So we're gonna dive into on some interviews, man, and really get to the streets and get a feel for what's going on.
And what's up, man? You already know some bands. We here with Quincy Blake. All right. 2 years ago, I was illegally arrested and detained. Spent 45 days in jail, all for a lie. Police are allowed to lie, but taking this opportunity, I'm not gonna, use it as a crutch, but I'm gonna use it as motivation, and try to fight for injustice and try to bring equality back. I'm out here today at the rally, and I'm just trying to do my part.
New Orleans, Louisiana. Unarmed. September 14th, 2013. Jonathan Farrell, Charlotte, North Carolina. Unarmed. July 17th, 2014. Eric Garner, Staten Island, New York. Unarmed. August 9th, 2014. Michael Brown, Ferguson, Missouri. Unarmed. In the past decade alone, these men and hundreds of others have lost their lives to police. Local police report to the FBI killing at least 400 people a year. From 2006 to 2012, a white police officer killed a black person at least twice a week.
The Sterling case where a man got killed on live TV. And just imagine that pushing to a black man's head or a black woman's head psychologically. You're seeing your people being slaughtered on live TV. And it's something about that when you keep seeing it come over and over and over again, it gets stuck in your head. It gets stuck in your head. It's kind of like when you're studying. When you're studying, you read, you write it, and you repeat. You read, you write it, and repeat, and it gets stuck in your head. You know what I'm saying? That's how you learn. That's how the brain functions. Same thing with this. If you see an image and it keeps popping into your head, and then you see the same cycle, images, people get mad, people protest, circle around. Images, people get mad, people protest, circles around. You get stuck in your head like, dang, I guess my life really doesn't matter as much as other people's lives. And that's the thing about Black Lives Matter, man. They're basically trying to say, you know what? Everybody wants to live. Everybody has a family. Everybody has loved ones.
Like one, sorry, I think people I don't want them to part of it. I don't really care about it.
It's not even about them acknowledging us at this point. They're not going to acknowledge us. Because they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. That's the problem. They don't want us to be great, but we gonna be great.
But even though I don't care about the sorry, I'm more about liberation. I want everybody to liberate. That's all I'm worried about. Everything else, you're coming to. I don't care about no sorry.
Man, I want my kids to go to wherever you teaching at. Real talk. But that was something I wanted to ask you, like regarding your teaching, like are you gonna be an example? Because I know that teachers you guys have a curriculum that you guys have to follow.
This is why I do like, okay, so I have an agenda of things where I teach. And what I do is like,
Go ahead and surrender the country because that was the first history, right?
Yeah, teachers, so I go with different race, but also like adding different things. Like I add in Cedar Chavez for this, I add in Angela Davis for
So you can kind of tweak it.
So we can look at, but I just let them know everything. Like,
you need to know your history.
Yeah, I let them know everything. So when I teach, I stay on the agenda, but I teach them whole thing. Like I don't need that. If they want to know something, I tell them the truth. They want nobody to kick me. I teach them, hey, it started in church. You know what I'm saying? I let them know. And
I respect that, man. I respect that. But here's the thing, there's no fallacy in the truth. Like if you fucking tell the truth, you don't have to worry about what they're gonna do to me. It's the truth.
So what do you think is next for us as a people?
As a people, that's a good question. I think blacks have to do a couple of things to change what we are right now. First thing we have to do is stop being scared of being unified. We have a lot of different ethnic groups, a lot of different blacks that come from a lot of different cultures, but we are so worried on focusing on a difference between all of us and not focusing on how we are unified. You have Jamaicans, you have Haitians, you have blacks from Cuba, you have blacks in South America, you have blacks in America, you have freaking Africans, a lot of different countries in Africa. And it's kind of like we are all so worried about how we are different. We're not understanding we are all the same. You put me next to a German black person, next to a Jamaican black person, we all look alike. We all have the same skin. So we understand that the bigger issue is us staying unified because there's power in numbers. 3/4 of the world is of color. So we be brothers in this whole struggle. We all have the same kind of challenge we have to face every day.
What is liberation to you?
All right, liberation. That's my key word. That's like the word I always focus on, right? Now, what it means is this. Liberation is us depending on ourselves. There is no way we should be going to others for our goods. If you look in our neighborhoods, we go to others for our nail shop, go to others for our beauty spot stores, go to others for our grocery stores, all that kind of stuff. If you go in a nail shop, it's ran by other people who don't use none of the products, but we are depending on them. You know what I'm saying? For our way of life, about everything. We are the people who are always consuming things. We are consumers. We always buy stuff. But being a consumer is bad because it means we are relying on other people. We need to start making our own businesses and not being so stuck in our ways.
Black family. Well, my Black family, I come from a huge Black family. Been raised in a 2-parent household. Definitely taught me that 2 Black people could work together successfully in a household and, manage children and, pay bills and do things, the right way or what's perceived as the right way. My family was pretty much gearheaded by the women in my family. They taught me that your work ethic can pretty much take you anywhere you want to go. We did struggle, but they always taught us, you don't have to look like your struggle.
pretty much we use religion as our anchor. We could have fell apart so many times. I mean, every family has their secrets, but we always relied on my grandmother's leadership, music, and religion to bring us back together again.
My black family, we weren't huge, but we're a nice size. On my maternal side, it's pretty much majority, actually on both sides, it's pretty much majority women. But I would say they emphasized success. So whatever you found a niche in or you were good in, that's what they pushed you to do, and that's what they included in their life lessons for you, so that you can be more proficient at it. I would say, even though I grew up, my mom was a single parent. My grandparents were together for 30 plus years, and so I was always taught that family comes first, and how to run a successful family, and the dynamics of it, which I think are very important. Black love. For me, black love, I don't think you can have like proper black love unless you know how to love yourself, but that kind of starts with in a black family. But so that's pretty much what I see when I think of black love. Is the embracing, is you embracing yourself, and when you see it in other people, you adhering to that and bringing them in and spreading that love among them.
Black love to me has always been challenged. That's why when I see Black love flourish, to me, nothing is more beautiful. I think that we are so much stronger together, and no one understands us better than we understand ourselves. And that's just, to me, how Black love just moves. I mean, we move better when we're together. We're stronger together.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what Black love entails, unity.
Mm-hmm. Why I love being Black? Because being Black is lit. No. No, but seriously, I love being Black because it's so complex. Like, I love everything that entails with being Black. I mean, my hair defies gravity. My skin absorbs sunlight. I mean, like, what else? What more can you ask for? It's just everything. The struggle of being a Black woman, to me, is beautiful.
Yeah, I would concur on that. The reason I love being Black is because, for one, I was taught that within, and then I'm a big history person. I've always excelled in history classes, and even after, school, I still read history books. So I have learned we were the first here, and from the looks that we would probably be the last here. So we're the parents of Earth itself, if you will. So that comes with a lot of responsibility, but also prestige, along with the fact that our people are pretty much invincible and unbreakable, and no matter what the struggle is, we always seem to find a way to overcome. And I think that's something pretty special.
Black Lives Matter. Honestly, the way I feel about it is we're fighting an old battle. We're just fighting it different.
Black Lives Matter to me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think it's ridiculous that that has to even be specified. But I think it's just a statement that to turn a mirror up on yourselves if you feel like your lives matter so much. When you see a human being who goes through the same struggles and probably more than you, why is it that their lives mean less than yours? Or at least that is what society shows us. So, but to me, Black Lives Matter is the statement not only to the world, but to Black people itself, that you do matter as much as society may tell you you don't, you do.
Hello, my name is Ashley. I'm going to be conducting an interview today with Joshua, and it's going to be on the topic Black Lives Matter. We're here in Eastern Europe where he lives. He lives in Hungary, and so we're going to be speaking about Black Lives Matter and how it affects him. All right, Joshua, so how are you today? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay, I wanted to know, what do you feel about Black Lives Matter?
Okay, it's a very interesting topic, although my facts may not be really accurate. I feel the whole idea of prioritizing the Black race, it's based on the fact that the Black race seems underappreciated, and it's based on another fact that there's a school of thought that feels like the Black race, especially in the States, in the United States, is associated with a lot of negativity. So a lot of crime, a lot of antisocial behavior, a lot of general everything negative. I mean, so a lot of cases, the average Black person, the average Black guy, is seen as a criminal. So basically, the guy on the street with a hoodie, he's seen as a drug addict. He's seen as a thief. You guys.
All right. So would you say that that is similar to the way Black people are seen here in Eastern Europe, or is that something you guys suffer from as well? Or
I mean, the point about being Black is it's quite an interesting topic. It's quite dicey. So I think a lot of times, first of all, depends on the person, or it depends on who is looking at you or what they see in you. So, for instance, if I generally, I think appearance has a role to play. So definitely, if I'm going to go to a place, if I'm going to step into a hotel with a very clean suit, like a $20,000 suit, I don't think the first thought would be that I'm a criminal.
Yeah.
I mean, I may be thinking for a fraudster, but I would not be. I may be seen also as a successful Black person. You get it? So if I go to a hotel with a very crazy hairstyle, and then I have this crazy hoodie and a lot of tattoos, and I mean, people tend to associate certain appearance with. So I feel a lot of times they judge the Black people first of all based on appearance before they even begin to speak or interact with them.
Okay. So now that leads me to want to ask you, do you think that their appearance is based off of culture? Like, what if this is a cultural appearance? And what if it may be perceived as crazy to a different culture, but it might be culturally right with them? Like, their appearance may be culturally right. Maybe this culture wears a certain type of shirt or a certain type of haircut. Like guys, back in the 90s, guys wore braids. So, but guys of other races didn't wear braids. So that's what I'm saying. So do you think it's other cultures being defensive of a cultural appearance?
I think that definitely that has a role to play. I mean, yeah. It's I could use an example here. A lot of times when when white people here see Black people doing things they are not used to, which is common among Black, which is like the cultural thing among some a specific nationality, let's say a specific African community, they tend to see it as weird. So yeah, definitely culture has a role to play in association. Yeah.
Okay, and then lastly, I want to ask you about how does the African or Black community interact with each other here?
Oh, interesting. I mean, it varies from place to place, varies from country to country. I've been in a couple of places, like I mean, here in the capital city.
Yes, just here.
Okay, here in the capital city. I'd say it's not the best, but it's a work in progress because a lot of times once you see a Black person, once you see someone who's African, right? You know he's African, so you just have this informal way of greeting, and then I think it's a bit cordial. It's not the best. I mean, there are a lot of things that can be put in place to make it better. So
okay, what do you think sets the divide that is present to where it's not the best right now? Do you think it's different? I would assume that it's different African countries.
That's basically the most important. That's just the best, the most defining factor, because people be like, oh, I'm from this country, I'm from this country,
Yes.
and so they tend to have this nationalistic differences, and so we kind of observe in the fact that the African, but I guess among it shows among African community, but when they are with in the presence of white people or foreigners, and then they tend to keep this aside and be as one. So it plays a lot. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for this interview, and thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay. Can we get a hand clap for those films? Great. Guess what I got, y'all? Popcorn. I was ready. Okay. So let's call up Markia, our beautiful host for this section, and also Rain Hansen. She has Divine Femininity, Feminine Unity. And then Ramil Parks for Project X, Revolutionary Dreams.
What is this called? Like, what is it though? What is it?
It's a documentary. It's a documentary.
What is this?
Like,
what is it? Like, what is it?
Hello?
No. Like, say for instance,
Markia, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness, that was so powerful. Both of the projects were amazing. Rain, Ramil, can you either one of you start and go ahead and tell us as far as like how did you guys get started? Like what was the inspiration behind both of these amazing projects?
Okay, so my video is off, but I don't know if I can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so basically for me, I'm in Dallas, Texas, and I wanted to give like a feel for like what was going on in the streets and get in touch with the community. So I'm a teacher, and basically I was feeling like, it was like around time when Black Lives Matter was really just now starting. And I was kind of like, I just wanted to make sure that, people can hear the people that was actually going through it. So one of the guys that I first, okay. All right, good, sorry. So one of the guys that actually recorded first, his name was Quincy. And he literally just got through with a police attack that he got beat on, and they were trying to give him some money and pay him off to not go to court. So I ran into him downtown at the city council, and we just started chopping it up and talking. And then after that, I ran to, it was my homegirl Ashley, and she's actually a doctor, and she was taking a trip to Germany. And I said, man, I want to get like a feel for like Africans over there and how they feel about Black people and try to get unified. How many things trying to be unified. So I was trying to get an aspect from everybody from, the middle class American to, somebody who's a doctor to somebody who's like, African born. So citizen.
Thank you. And Rain? Oh, wow.
Hello. Can everyone hear me? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So mine was really my thesis film from film school. So that's kind of just taking advantage of that opportunity. And then in terms of getting started with the idea, just kind of thinking about okay, I have this chance to shoot something kind of, with school equipment, with like fellow students, like, lower budget basically. Like, what do I want to like make a film about? And honestly, all the very few Jamaican films that exist that are made by Jamaicans are very male centered. So my first starting point was just wanting to make a film about women. And that just didn't necessarily need to be about men. And so that was just, I guess the who was my first question. And then also I hadn't seen many like fantasy / like alternate universe type films coming out of the country either. So just kind of, I guess, being very conscious of what I was gonna put out and how could I fill a void that I saw that I felt important to fill.
Absolutely. So my second question for both of you, thank you both for sharing that your answers for those. My second question is the research. Like, how much research did you guys do? Because I noticed colorism played a huge part in both, like the colors that were used in the project. So what did the research look like?
All right, so with me being in education, I already like was reading a lot of books anyway, and I kind of just took my time and like really wanted to like make sure that I touch base on colorism and what's going on. Because again, like I feel like some of my homegirls are mixed, and they're going through stuff too, and it's kind of like nobody looks at us because we mixed and we're not black enough, or we're not we go to one side we're black enough and the other side we're not black enough, things like that. So I want to touch base on this everybody basically. I got friends that are Jamaican. I want to touch base on them, and I kind of just did everything. I was trying to cover everything in 19 minutes. My first film was really like almost like a 45 minutes. I cut it all the way back. But yeah, I had a lot of like raw parts. We was talking, just interviewing different people. So.
And Rain, the colors that you used in there, like the opening scene of the yellow, I was like, I already kind of figured.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I was very inspired by like creation myths. So I guess my research kind of was just looking into different like traditions and I guess folklore of particularly Western Africa, because I know a lot. I'm pretty sure the majority of slaves that went to Jamaica were from Western Africa, like I think maybe Ghana, if I'm not mistaken. But that is all to say, I kind of just researched into that, and the divine feminine already exists as a like theory already. So just looking into that, and that's like where the title comes from. So just kind of the divine feminine and community together is divine community. So just kind of using this context to create this like alternate world, like I said. So it was like definitely, I want to say a lot of research went into like Oshun, and then kind of trying to use that as inspiration to create this like imagined like oasis.
Okay, so this is going to be a two-part question. So how much time did you put into these films, both of you? And what was the best part? Like, what was something that you personally was like, oh my goodness, like, I can't believe that happened, or I got that shot, or yeah.
Okay, so for me, it was a whole bunch of time. I think I did, I can't even really give a perfect like time frame. It was a long time though. I think like, I want to say I was on summer break from work. So I started right then and I went all the way until like, maybe September. So basically like 4 months I was just doing everything. And the best part for me was running into the dude. Quincy was really cool for me. And I got lucky too again, because one of my homegirls actually going out the country, and I was like, dang, if you run into somebody, make a film for me, do like that. Because I shot everything on my phone. I didn't have like a
yes, friends, yes.
Yeah, I didn't have any camera, so I really want to say this too, that it's really a beautiful thing to have friends that support you. Because again, it would not happen without that. I had like a lot of times I was trying to shoot something. I didn't have a tripod at the time. And my ex-girlfriend, she helped me out with that. I had my sister help me out with some things. My god sister play a big part in the role too. So it's a really big thing to have people to help you out. But yeah, the best part for me was really like, honestly, sitting back and watching it when I would make some edits and I would call them like, y'all watch Real Fast with me. And then like just seeing their reaction to what I was doing, like that's the best part for me.
Rain?
For me, so the time frame I had was 1 semester, which is kind of very short to make like anything, as you know, time times of luxury, but it was the best. So that's to say, from conception to like post, maybe about like 4 to 5 months. And favorite moments. Honestly, I'll give like a 2-part one. I would say one. My dad has a cameo in the film, which was really funny to watch because I gave him a very like loose direction, and to see him like he played the like taxi driver, and to see him just like really like get into the role was really like surprising to watch. I was just like, okay, that was a pleasant surprise. And also maybe in the editing process, specifically working with the sound, because sound was really important for me and in creating like the atmosphere of the world I was imagining. So really see like watching the film before and after the sound design came into play was just like very, very amazing to like see it transform that way.
Well, thank y'all so much for this amazing interview. Y'all are amazing. Your projects were amazing. 2 things I did want to point out actually was your sound, and then Jamil at the end, when you turned your back, when your back was turned to the camera, that could have been anyone. I just love that imagery that you utilized. And so I do want to ask you guys for your social media so that we can find you all, keep up with you, and more projects.
Yes, I'm Rain Hansen on Instagram. It's also my Zoom name currently, and it was in the credits of the film.
Instagram, I'm Sir Parks, is SIR and then .Parks, PARKS. Yeah.
All right, well, thank y'all so much. I'm Markia Butler. You can find me MarkiaButler. Thank y'all so much for creating. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Woven Colors.
Thank y'all.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this panel. And your work both was beautiful. And we appreciate you for participating in our panel, saying yes to us. And we just want to extend a thank you again.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Appreciate you.
You too.
Okay, as I wait for Victoria to do our transition. Oh, she's on it. She's here. So we are going to do a 2-minute intermission. And during this 2-minute intermission, in light of our fallen angels, our brothers and sisters who have lost their lives in the hands of police brutality, we want to do something special for them. So we're going to do a moment of silence. And after that, we're going to do our version of Say Their Names. In our version of Say Their Names, we're going to type their names in a moment. First, let's just do a moment of silence. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was a long moment of silence, sorry. I just wanted to send love to their families that no longer have them, So, right now, let's say their names. Type them in. We can type them into Zoom right now and also into YouTube Live. I would start by maybe typing, or I'll just say mine, Emmett Till. That was the first person that shook me to my core. Emmett Till. Sierra Lee. Tamir Rice. Let's say their names. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor.
I say Tamir Rice. That's the one that got me, so yeah.
There you go. That's the one that got Ramil. Nina Pop. Elijah McClain, Sandra Bland, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, George Floyd, Rashawn Brooks, George. We say their names and they are not forgotten. And let's just hope the next generation doesn't have to go through this. That's been going on longer than any one of us have been alive, and that's for sure. Eric Garner. Okay. This ends our intermission. We are going to hop into four more beautiful films and another panel. Let's take a deep breath. Get our popcorn. Y'all got your popcorn? Okay. And let's, Victoria text me. Let me make sure I'm not doing anything.
Nope, you're good. We're about to jump into, thanks for that moment. We're going to jump into these next 4 films in this last panel.
Yes. Thank you for being here.
When it looked like the sun wasn't gonna shine anymore, God put a rainbow in the clouds. She does not know her beauty. She thinks her brown body has no glory. If she could dance naked under palm trees and see her image in the river, she would know. But there are no palm trees on the street, and dishwater gives back no images. We know that rainbows and suns and moons and stars and all sorts of illuminations are always in the sky. But clouds can so lower and lower that you can't see the illumination. When it looked like the sun wasn't gonna shine anymore, at the worst of times, at the dreariest, meanest, most threatening of times, you can see a possibility of hope.
You have something that you brought to the universe, and that if you decide that my life deserves my developing this what I do well, and becoming the best at it, and mastering myself, and seeing what I have within me, if you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without.
When I see you, because of your dedication, your devotion, your courage, and your love, I stand up. I stand straight up. And I know when it looked like the sun wasn't going to shine anymore, God put you as light into my shadow.
Never said I was perfect. Never said I was the one. Never promised you flawless. Sorry if that's what you thought. I can't do for you what I can't do for myself. No happy ever after. You gotta find it in yourself, yeah. And I will let go of you if you really want me to. But when I'm gone, I'll be the one you regret losing. And when we're done, I'll be the only one to have it fully healed from. I'll be the one star. I'll be the only one stuck to you forever. The one star. I'll be the only
That was good.
Oh, fuck.
I'm stuck.
Okay, look, girl, if you're looking for round 3, you're gonna need to give me a second, all right? I got a rebound, you know what I mean?
No. Seriously, I'm stuck.
Okay. Oh, stop with the jerking. Stop. Hold still. Okay. All right, it's sensitive. All right. Okay. Look, let me. All right, hold on. Let me. All right. Wait. Don't move. No. Hold on. Let me.
Pull.
Okay, just.
Keep push.
What the hell is going on with that coochie of yours? Hey, do you have some kind of Chinese penis trap going on?
Oh, hell if I know. And shouldn't your balls be like de-escalating or something?
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, fellas, let's back it in. Time to go home. They're not listening. I don't know.
I cannot believe this is my life right now.
Hey, whoa, what's going on? You ain't getting modest on me, are you?
Don't touch me. I don't know you. This is my fault. This is my fault. You know, I'm trying to release some stress. I go to the club. I start drinking. And Ebony, why do you keep drinking? You don't have to drink that much. And you know what? I blame this on the goose.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do.
Well, since I'm actually still inside of you right now, maybe I'll forgive you for that one, okay? Since I'm just some kind of drunken mistake.
I'm sorry. What's your name again?
Seriously?
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Dre. Oh, I know.
Look, we need to get detached. ASAP.
All right, Ebony, we are in a tight situation, and we just need to be able to coexist, okay? So I think it's about time for us to just have a collective deep breath, you know? Come on, breathe it in with me. Go ahead. Come on. Deep. Go ahead. Yeah, a little deeper. And that's it. Now just let that go. That feels better, right?
I have the biggest pitch of my life tomorrow. Oh, I am rebranding this toilet paper company, you know? And if I get this right and I add this to my portfolio, I can get into a good agency. And you know, sometimes it's very hard for a sister. I come in there and I feel like they judge me before I even say anything. And then you know what, Ebony, you got this, girl. You got this. You got your website, check. Portfolio, check. Did I get my business card? I know.
Okay. Hey, baby, listen to me, okay? You just need to calm down, all right? Just freaking out on my ding-a-ling like you're doing right now. It's not gonna get you to your presentation any faster.
First of all, I told you don't touch me. Second of all, don't call me baby. And third of all, don't tell me to calm down. I think where we need to start is finding out what's going on down there.
We'll Google it.
We can.
Google knows all.
Google knows everything.
Where's your computer? Sorry. I got you. Okay, I got you. This is the most comfortable position for me, you know?
Well, it's not for me either.
Oh, wow. We are not alone in this.
It says it's something called penis captivus. Sounds like some shit a prick named. Okay, so a couple got stuck having sex in the Mediterranean Sea. Oh no, it says requires a hospital visit.
Wait, look, my Obamacare hadn't exactly kicked in.
Obamacare?
I think that at some point in the near future, you're probably gonna think back on this and get a good laugh. It's gonna be funny. At least they know you're getting some now, right? Okay, wait, are you really sure about this?
1, 5.
No, hold on.
1.
I don't know.
2.
I don't think I'm
3.
ready for this.
Okay. Pull.
Okay.
Pull. One second.
Wait. Wait, no. Pull something. Stop. got a Charlie horse. Don't.
Okay, option 3. Loop. All I have is butter. I got bar butter, and I got butter Sprint.
I'll go with the stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Oh, wait. You got that lunch meat right there.
Really? What? You hungry?
I mean, I feel like I've earned an appetite, don't you think?
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second.
What?
Mustard. You grab that too.
Mustard?
Can't have a sandwich without mustard. Everybody knows that.
Let's go. Hey, Eva. Eva. Stuck. What are you doing?
Sorry, I just couldn't help myself.
Okay. Let's get up. All right. You just pick me up. Pick me up. Just come on. Come on. I give up. We are trapped. We're trapped. I think it's time to call 911.
Trap. Chinese finger trap.
What are you talking about?
You remember Chinese finger traps, right? Like the multicolored toys that you get at the fair, and you put your fingers in it and you get stuck.
Yeah. I was terrible at them.
Exactly. Look, most people, they panic and they always pull, but that doesn't get you out, right? In order to actually get out of it, you have to push in to get released.
I don't think you can get any deeper in me without losing a kidney.
Okay, I'm not talking about physically, all right? More mentally, or maybe even spiritually a little bit. Now, what I'm talking about is an exercise in intimacy. We should share a secret. But not just any secret. I mean, a secret that we've never told anybody.
Why would I share a secret with a perfect stranger?
Because, all right, you want to get liberated. And you want to do it without ringing up a couple $1,000s in medical bills and a trip to the hospital and an ambulance ride and whatever else happens that we need to do when we get there to get unstuck.
Okay, Dre. I am too tired to find any fault in your follies. So, what's your deepest, darkest secret?
Okay. Here goes. Sometimes I wet the bed.
You what?
I said, sometimes I wet the bed. It's a condition, okay? I pee the bed.
I'm sorry.
You asked me to be honest. That's why men can't be honest, okay? We're honest. We put it all out there, and then you just can't handle my authenticity. Okay, your turn. All right. Let's hear what God only knows. Go ahead. I'm right here. Take all the time you need.
I was born with male genitalia.
Wait, what?
Are you okay?
Wait, no, wait, what? How? Why? What? No, wait, no, how? I'm inside of you right now. Oh my, you're transgender Jenner.
Yes, I was technically hermaphrodite. I was born with all the female parts, clearly, and also a little baby penis. So the doctor told my parents I was leaning more towards female traits, and so snip, snip, and here I am. Whew, I feel like a good release, you know?
I feel like so lost and
so open and
alone, like I'm a baby crawling through the desert. If I should be mad or like sad, gay. Mama always told me. She said, Dre, what you do in the dark, it'll come to the light. And I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to listen. I feel like I'm sinking into like some weird deep hole that I can't crawl out of because it's a big penis inside of it.
Dre!
What?
Dre!
Oh
Thank you, darling. You got it.
Oh my God. Sweet freedom. Oh my God. It's the longest nut ever. Oh God.
Thank you, Dre.
Glad I could assist.
I have to go. I have to go to work. You can let yourself out.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure pleasing you, Miss Ebony. And I wish you all the best with your presentation.
Take care of yourself, Trey. Not today, Mr. P Pants.
Malaika, why would you invite this treacherous swine to our...
Abdul, hi. Relax, you worry too much.
Worried? This is simply an abomination of the highest order. A queen must never stoop this low.
This abomination will save Azazian lives. We cannot afford another civil war. Are you not tired of bloodshed?
Very well.
Raz! It is clear your quarrel is with me. I will no longer tolerate Azazian bloodshed in your petty rebellion.
Petty? You do not deserve the throne! After your father's death, it was supposed to go to your uncle, our true leader.
You truly expected my mother to turn over my father's kingdom to a man they called Bakwa the Butcher? The same man that murdered my father for the throne?
There was no proof. And besides, he deserved it. He was weak, just like you.
You lay siege to a province full of farmers. Good people. My people. And yet you speak of weakness?
Ah! If it takes another civil war to replace you, so be it!
Let me make this easy for the both of us. I challenge you to single combat. You win, you are king. I win, and this rebellion is over.
You just made the biggest mistake of your miserable life. Select your champion, my queen.
I am my champion.
Die! Die, wretch! My head! My shoulder! My knees! My toes! My head!
Oversized camel face.
My knees! My toes! Our guest has arrived. My queen, I present to you King Bas of Atala.
Queen Malaika, the great unifier, legendary commander. You have honored Atala by inviting her king, and I am personally grateful to be in your presence.
I see the rumors about your flattery are true.
My queen, the council awaits you.
I am honored you decided to join us for Unification Day. Rest now. Tomorrow, we celebrate.
Queen Malaika, your charade with General Ra seems to be working.
Watch your tongue, Dubari.
Apologies. As I was saying, while few remain loyal to Raz, many of his rebels surrendered after your duel. It is only a matter of time before the siege at the Bornu province is lifted. So, on behalf of the Council of Five,
Why are you here, Dogbari?
Very well. The Council of Five was assembled so that each of the 5 provinces will have a
Okay. We are prepared to end the night with our final panel. We have Mike, our lovely host, and we have also coming up Danielle and Fahim Prophet from Stuck, and Danielle had Love Letter, and Dethroned and Departed. The last film that you saw, the animated film, is just a film that I actually found on YouTube, and I reached out and I was like, hey, we got to show this. It's great. It's animated. It has a great story, but they're not here today for the panel. So with that said, I'll leave it over to Mike.
How's everybody doing? That's good. I'm excited, man. The films are really, truly amazing. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Can everyone hear?
Okay. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, how are you?
Fahim?
Yes, I am here. Greetings.
How y'all doing, man? First off, I gotta give a shout out to Victoria. Me and Victoria graduated the illustrious Fisk University together. That's my classmate, man. Thank you, Victoria. You're amazing. So yeah, shout out to HBCUs. Anybody that went to HBCU, shout out to you. Fahim, I know you went to Howard. You know, it's cool. You know, it's great. But I want to get right into it, man, because I'm sorry, what you say?
I said, as long as you Black and trying to get some education, that's all that matters.
Okay, all right. But I want to get right into it. One of the things I saw with a lot of the panels, which are amazing, by the way, were questions about like budget and kind of the projects in that way. I wanted to kind of take a deep dive into the craft because I think that specifically as Black filmmakers, really that dialogue, and me and you, Fahim, we talked about this earlier kind of briefly about really kind of engaging with the craft of kind of designing the film. So I wanted to throw this question to both of you. What are some visual symbols or visual language within your film that a person may not notice their first time around that you would kind of tell them to go back and see more layered meaning? And that's for you and Danielle.
Danielle, did you want to go first?
Oh, this is Matt. Yeah, sure, I'll jump in. Hi, everyone. So my film again was Dethroned and Displaced and Love Letter. So both were, both were a little different, but so for Love Letter, that was the one with a lot of archival footage. One thing that I would say that I wonder, and I think it might be something noticed, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. What I did with this one was kind of interesting because I didn't plan to make the film that I did. It actually just happened as I was editing together footage, and I started seeing how much the civil rights movement footage was matching a lot of things that I was kind of going through in terms of like today's movements and now. So that's one of the symbols that I think is just, I wanted to build the power in between the two and also show that both have been successful and will be successful, and also just kind of, I call it love letter because it's supposed to be encouraging and something to be seen as hope, like we can together, move forward and kind of keep, making sure our voices are heard. So that's one symbol, not one. And then for Dethroned and Displaced, I feel like that one's pretty big on symbols. It's pretty experimental. So I think that there is a lot of symbols about, African royalty and also our journey from Africa to modern day America. So there's a lot of symbolism in terms of that. I would say like one of the biggest symbols to me, one of my favorites, is like the symbol of the female getting up with the wraps around her eyes. And previously she hadn't had it. So it's kind of talking about how there was a lost identity there. And she now doesn't really know where she is, also who she is. It's kind of a big kind of symbol on how we kind of are not educated about our history in Africa, in America. And to me, that's, there's a lot lost there. So I kind of wanted to focus on that and that piece.
Thank you so much.
And so for me, I would say like some of the visual language that we tried to establish with Stuck is, if you notice from the very beginning, we start out very, very wide. And as the film continues, we get closer and closer with our two main characters to try to make the audience feel as if they're in this tight space with them. So visually, we wanted to make it feel tighter and tighter as they got into a more of a tight situation. And then also in the background, you'll notice that there's just we had a lot of visual representations for like things that could represent sex, things that represent femininity, things that represent masculinity. And so those things are kind of spliced throughout, like in the background, just to add character to the scenes.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. To you, Danielle, and Dethroned and Displaced, I really was fascinated by the ropes. Like it wasn't one singular rope. It was kind of this tethering aspect of it. And I know in kind of the comment or description, you talk about this conceptual aspect of it, but the garbs and everything was just, it was really beautiful. And so I really saw that. And Raheem, I thought was really dope. We talked about this earlier, the condom scene, right? Where she reaches for the condom, and kind of when we talk about sex, so you see a lot of sex, particularly with in Black couples and Black films. That kind of underlying message or symbolism isn't there. So I think it's really interesting how very intentional she like reaches in and did, it's a scene where she kind of like pops it up and you see it. And so I thought that was really amazing. So for everyone watching, go back and watch it again because and kind of relook at those symbols. And I want to start that as kind of an icebreaker because I think our sensory experience when we look at film, we may just be kind of dealing with the storyline, and then you want to go back and engage with things. So my second question is to both of you again is, and Danielle, for this one is particularly to Dethrone and Displace, is body language. Raheem, we spoke about this earlier with the sex scene, even the animation and kind of body language that happens throughout the whole film is powerful. And Danielle, you have this body language and this chemistry of people that are seemingly into these split screens, but it's still this almost kind of choreography with them together. Can you kind of talk about your process and what was kind of the mindset of the body language and what that plays in those particular films?
Sure. So as you can see, so we have the male on the left and then the female experience on the right. So I knew that in kind of in creating this piece and showing the experience of, for Black men and Black women, especially like when we were brought to America, the experiences of were different a little bit. So I felt like I wanted to portray that. It's still the same, still as bad, and still as heavy, but it's just different. So I wanted to have the male carry the load, like more physical labor, kind of more like showing also like the fact that both of them kind of end up on the ground. So also I wanted to mention about the notes in the beginning with like the ropes being around them. It was supposed to kind of be showing how like they were being dragged, like their minds were kind of almost like taken captive. So on her side, in terms of blocking, I wanted to find a way where we don't focus on getting too graphic, but we understand that her body is kind of being kind of like really like attacked in a way, and also like a lot of because it just speaks to also like in terms of the way women were sexualized and taken in history as well. So I wanted to show both sides and that both the struggles are equal but different. And so in terms of blocking that, I knew for the male carrying the load, that side was kind of simpler than, for Maya, who played the female. We kind of had to figure out, I actually did work with a choreographer to help us find something that was going to be very clear, but not overwhelming, because the whole experience also just for her shooting in general was overwhelming a little bit, just kind of going there in her mind. So we kind of worked together to find something that fit well and would be represented well on camera.
Raheem?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You?
Oh, you want to know about the blocking and like the body language?
Yes, yeah.
So I would say for Stuck, we wanted to be able to create this intimate feel and give off this energy that they're having sex, and that there was a lot of sexual energy without being too erotic or being like pornographic. And so the idea was to film it in a way where we could give the illusion that they were closer and that they were stuck, even though, you know, they weren't necessarily physically attached. Like, we kept them as close as possible as we could, but also still wanted them to have some separation so that they could show tension. So even though they're like directly in front of each other, we wanted them to have enough space. So if she leaned back, like just those subtle moves would register on the camera. So we tried our best to like use the blocking to show that there clearly was some chemistry, but not enough chemistry between the two that would probably be like I think the audience would want, and seeing them leave for like a happy ending. And that was on purpose, because for our main character, she was just looking for an opportunity to release some tension, have sex, and move on with her life, while our male character was looking for more of a relationship. And we wanted to put them at odds with that. And so keeping them close together, but still keeping that space, I feel like that was to hope to add that conflict into the visual element.
Man, that's amazing. And to you, Danielle, I think it's so powerful what you were able to do in 2 minutes, right? I saw one of the comments on Vimeo, poetic. I think about like a proverb when I look at that film. In 2 minutes, you tell this story that feels so complete. And so it was really beautiful, that movement. And every frame, I felt like I could take a still of every frame and it would be an amazing photo. So the way you composed that with the DP was really amazing. Fahim, you know, man, we talked about this a little bit before about the imagery with the sex, and even in Black film, you know, even dealing with sex scenes, I think the way that you dealt with it, even with the film having this comedic relief, was very artistic, and still kind of like you felt it. And almost, you know, at the end, I was like, why did he clean her room and like leave the note? Like, I wanted more. So I also feel like I wanted to see on the body language side, it's a moment where, you know, they kind of become unstuck, and you're almost like, it could be a moment where they can lean into their vulnerability and the story can go in a whole different way, and they don't go that way. And I think that was so powerful, because it speaks to this idea that even though we go through these situations and have these breakthroughs, that we don't necessarily have to lean into that breakthrough. We can still go back to the world that we were existing in before that. So that's very powerful. Another question for both of you, because sound is important, the sound design and the scoring. Danielle, I mean, sonically, I watched your film first with music, and then I watched it muted without sound, and just wanted to hear about how much music plays. I have a weird question of like, do you hear sometimes a film, or do you see it first? Same thing for you, Fahim, when you're thinking about the sound design, how important is that in film for you, and where does that come in the process? Do you already hear those sounds? Are y'all working hands-on with the sound designer, or you kind of handing it off and kind of letting them kind of work in a collaborative, isolated space?
Yeah, so actually, so yes, for me, sound is extremely important. I truly feel like, even when I look into music videos, I feel like the song itself is an experience, and the visuals also need to be an experience, and together they need to work together to create this incredible experience. So to me, they're both as important as the other. In terms of the way that I dealt with this one, I shot it with not really knowing what kind of sound design I wanted. I knew that I wanted something that was very rooted in what was going on, and something that was very strong in terms of like having us go through like the internal emotions of the characters. So I worked with one of the artists who I work with a lot in music videos. His name is Proda. He's really great. The reason why I work with him a lot is because he really understands how to take visuals and create a soundtrack or just like sound design that's going to really elevate them and also make sense with them. So it was kind of interesting because when you first made the first track, at first I wasn't really feeling it. And then I watched it again and I had a few edits in terms of like wanting to hear more of the drums. I'm kind of giving an ode to the fact that like there were one place and now they're another place. So he kind of works on that. But yeah, I mean, I think it was really experiential and I wanted it to be that way. So he really was able to, and to be honest, like with him, we're kind of close to like, I was like, honestly, watch it and whatever you feel, I want to hear what you feel. And I think that's why I feel like it was so close because I think he really watched it. He's one of those people who really is able to kind of interpret visuals well and create and build something that will match well with it.
So with me and Stuck, we kind of stumbled into like the music that we were gonna use. I went through a process where we had like 2 editors and we had to go our separate ways, and then I had to find another editor. And so when we got with the 3rd editor, it was a big plan was to like chop it down and to take it from like 30 minutes and get it down till about 17. And we could easily cut that opening scene in the beginning because that was like pretty much normal, but getting out of that and getting into the sex scene, getting into the comedy, it was just a really big struggle until I started to like do research and I found Birdman? And so I was just super inspired by the Birdman soundtrack with the jazz. And then we started playing around with like jazz music, or actually, I think we just used the Birdman instrumentals and started cutting the sex scene to that. And then from there, we kind of found our rhythm and realized like, all right, we can cut this to like a jazzy kind of a pattern. And the jazziness, I feel like, also led to the chaos that was going on within the couple, and then like their issues. And then so, like, once we were able to find that in the sex scene, it kind of carried us all the way throughout the rest of the movie, and we were able to like give that as the blueprint, the Birdman soundtrack, and then go to a composer who was able to create original music for that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Hearing both of you processes is really dope because I think that many times as an audience, we don't know kind of the behind the scenes collaborations. And for him and your point, you know, having to fire and hire people and kind of things that don't work to kind of navigate that. Quick question to you is when you're casting, when you saw this role, how do you approach casting, you know, with projects like this? Do you already have a character in mind, or do you kind of already have the subject in mind when you're writing this, or did you go through a kind of strenuous process to find the perfect person to play these roles?
I mean, I think when you start out as a writer or director, you're always going to have like a loose idea of what you're looking for. And then I try to leave a little bit of room to be inspired by what actually comes into the auditioning room. And for me, with this story, I really just wanted 2 brown-skinned people. We had some really amazing actors and actresses coming in. One was like a young Latina Black mixture, and she had a great look, but it would have been a completely different story having her with another Black person. It would just change the story. And so for me, we were just looking for the best actors that we could find who had the right look. And when we were able to find Javicia, I mean, I was super lucky. We had one of our casting agents bring in Javicia Leslie to the table. And when I saw her, I was blown away. So I want to give a shout out to Kay Free. She was on the casting department and she brought her in. She actually missed a few of the auditions and we had to see a self-tape. And it was like, oh, that was the look. That was the idea, like an all-American Black girl, curly hair, brown skin. Like she had it. And then match that with being able to act and having great personality. It was just like a win-win. So have an idea, and then you try to pick out of the best possible people that are coming to the auditions. And so that was kind of the way we worked with it.
Danielle?
Yeah, so usually I do like to spend a little bit more time casting, but just because of the kind of like the fast pace of this project, so I didn't have the time to like, but I knew right away who I wanted to cast because the woman who's actually in it, I actually was working with her at the time, and I just was looking at her. I'm like, I've been wanting to work with you for a while, and I feel I just saw her in that look. She also takes really beautiful photos, and because we are kind of close, like I know, like, you know, I kind of imagined her in this role really well. She'd be a great model for it. And then in terms of Melly was great too. I wanted someone who was going to be very tall and intimidating looking. So to kind of also kind of create that strong dynamic of like a king and seeing a king fall to the ground, like kind of create. So I was intentional about who I chose, but I typically like to do a little bit more of a casting process. But either way, I think it worked well. I think both of them really did a great job, and yeah.
And then, really quickly to you, I know you recently traveled to Rwanda. As a director, how if travel to Rwanda specifically, how did that change any of your sensibilities of how you approach film or that particular film? Travel period, or specifically travel to Rwanda?
Right. I mean, I would say maybe not, maybe not as it did like definitely influence the way I would take on a project. Like I think the process of, because I went there to shoot my like micro budget feature, and just the experience alone taught me a lot where I'll approach things differently. But honestly, the experience really changed me as a person, and just like the way that it was the first time that I'd ever been to Africa. So honestly, this project was also inspired on that knowing that I was going to Africa for the first time and feeling that vacancy of not knowing enough about my ancestors and about my history there. So it was definitely connected to this piece, but I would say I learned a lot about working with people and doing international film there. That was like my first time. So we actually worked with a completely like a Rwandan crew and Kenyan crew, and we also had to get the script translated in Kinyarwanda. So we were really intentional about our process, and I realized how important that really is, especially when you're going to tell a story about a community that you don't know about firsthand. And so I kind of learned how to really bring people into the process and how important that is, because that served to be incredibly invaluable throughout the whole time I was there.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank both of you so much. Your films are amazing. I'm excited to see how the direction of what you create evolves. Really quickly, if you can give your social media so people can follow you, and if you have any new projects you want to shout out that people should look out to or look forward to, please do that.
Okay, so
go ahead.
Oh, thank you. So my Instagram is just Danielle, DANIELLE M Boyd, BOYD, and I can type it also as well. And yeah, I'm still hoping to be in post with that film that we shot in Rwanda. So I would say stay tuned for that. The footage is beautiful, so I'm very excited for when we get the chance to put everything together.
Amazing.
Awesome. Congratulations on that, Danielle.
Thank you.
I'm Praheme on all social media platforms, so that's PRAHEME. I just did a music video for an amazing rock band called Alice that premiered yesterday called Bottled Truth. And that's available on YouTube and probably like Facebook and IG. And then I'm currently working on a feature film. I'm hoping if I could possibly get the money and everything, we'll be trying to go into production sometime next year. But just trying to keep making movies and keep living. I'm getting married in a couple of days, so I'm just enjoying life.
Congrats. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, congrats.
So I guess
In
it's
the final panel, thank you guys so much. You both in particular know how much we love your work. And if you don't, we're going to tell you we love your work. And thank you for being here. We love you both. Mike, you did an amazing job. You have some great questions, as we know you would have. So thank you guys so much. Thank all of you guys for sticking with us this long. And we have just a little bit more left for you. Tori, you want me to go first?
Yes.
Thanks.
Also, my video.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
It should be there now.
Okay, great. Yes, ditto to everything AJ just said.
So, okay, I'll start off before we wrap it up. The winner for the contest that when we watched the very first film today was Pray for the Game. And he had So Easy, Malcolm So Easy is his nickname. He had some amazing artistic work to go along with the film and for our organization, Woven Colors. And so as he showed it, I announced that that I would buy one. It was $25. If you guys want to go buy one as well, you can. But I would buy one for the first person that DM'd me. And the first person was Natalie Jones. So congratulations. She won. I will be sending you one. Pray for the Game. And I'll also send Trixie one as well. She was right there second. So Trixie, I got you too.
How you doing? I ain't getting no kisses.
Okay, had to make sure my sound that wasn't me. Okay, and then Tori, you want to wrap it up for us?
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We hope you enjoyed these films. The night does not have to end. If you want to come kick it with us on Zoom, you can find the link to the after party, aka it's like a summertime mingle edition. There it goes right there. And yeah, we come back for tomorrow. We'll work out all the kinks for the technology, so it should be smooth sailing tomorrow. But thank you so much for sticking in there with us. Come and party with us if you have some time. And
11 o'clock Pacific time. So
yes.
Get out of your head where you are in the world. It's 11 o'clock Pacific time. Come back for the second half. We will be showing all new films. So come back and join us tomorrow. And come join us for like a little kickback in the Zoom. Okay. Thank you so much, and we love you.